Oh, I try to create a sense of place so you stop and think about where you are. So not only will people be able to say things like, oh, I'll meet you at the horses, but they'll be able to start thinking about why horses, why on that bridge.
25 years ago, artist Robert Sprackman created an art installation of 12 horses on an abandoned railway bridge that goes over Yonge Street.
It's the K. Gardner Beltline Bridge, and it's just south of Davisville crossing Yonge Street. Aside from the bridge as a motif for transportation or the history of our transportation, we also have Yonge Street, one of Canada's major thoroughfares running underneath. And then just to the west, you have the subway line with thousands of people going back and forth every day. So to me, transportation was a logical theme to try and develop as a piece. And as I researched it, I found that when the railroad first appeared, it was called the Iron Horse. So that led me to start thinking about horses and the importance of horses as the original form of transportation.
The original installation stood for 2 years, and then the horses were sold off to buyers across Ontario and the United States. But now, 25 years later, the city has once again commissioned Robert to recreate this sculpture, now as a gateway to the Yonge Midtown area and a permanent installation.
Well, here we're kind of in the final stages of the horses. What's happened is the horse comes out of the mold and you're left with one good surface that was inside the mold. The other side needs to be finished to match it.
The newer horses we're using more fabrics and cloths and materials that we acquire from wind turbine companies. So they're leftover materials, so it has the structural capabilities of holding up the form without the need of steel components.
I'm trying to recreate the original sculpture as closely as possible, so they will be scattered across the bridge such that it looks like a herd of horses basically at pasture or grazing. They, much like the bridge has been retired, the horses are no longer working, they're out to pasture.
Well, they will begin installing these huge 12 horses on the bridge next week. And then the installation will be officially unveiled on November 30th. In Ajax, Audra Brown, City News.